They're out for a cup of coffee. Trying to put one in front. Oh, hard shot in the head.
Willie Huber looks like he stepped on the puck and banged his head against the board.
Fedoruk bangs it off the sideboard. Murray's got a shot from the line, deflected in front. Penalty coming up. Beck tackled his man in front. He took Sutter down. Hanlon might have gotten hurt.
Ludzik nailed Glenn Hanlon. Skated right through the crease and nailed him.
Kent-Eric Anderson, long shot. Save. Esposito would hit him. The rebound's in front. Goes wide right. Fedoruk was clobbered as he tried to come in from the right side. In front again, backhand save. Esposito saves. There's a penalty coming up. Fedoruk and O'Callaghan start to go, and O'Callaghan skates away from it.
Yeah, O'Callaghan skates away. He and Robbie Fedoruk know each other from Boston, and they just skated away. Somebody's got a penalty, though.
Oh, yes. 12 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Second period. Fedoruk still jawing at his old friend. That's hockey. We'll be back with more of it in a couple of minutes.
While we were away, Ludzik and Mike Allison went at it.
I'll tell you, it was kind of funny well, not really funny, but it was funny to watch. Allison and Ludzik stood there all alone, talking to each other, both nodded their head yes, and just dropped the gloves.
McClanahan free here.
Look at this.
Cross check down. Free puck comes out. Cross ice. Rutsalainen on the drive. Missed. Only one man back at Greshner. Rogers hooked somebody coming out. The referee missed. Did he miss a penalty? Rogers reached out and pulled Gardner down, and no call. It prevented a 2-on-1.
Oh, boy.
Rather a mystery. That's a mystery that wasn't called. It would have been a 2-on-1 for the Blackhawks, and Mike Rogers was trapped, and he just reached out with his stick. And the Blackhawks' tempers got the best of him again.
Wait a minute, and I think Gardner's going for complaining.
Number 26 is.
Madison?
Yep.
Wow.
If they don't quit throwing the stuff on the ice,
You can fully expect if it doesn't stop, the referee will make an
give them
announcement.
another penalty for delay of game.
Yep.
The fans are part of the club.
Not really.
Well, I have to say it. I get upset when I see this. You know, Madison Square Garden, it never happens. There's got to be some security in this building to try and stop these people. It doesn't happen in the Garden.
That's
and those
true.
fans are as boisterous as any people in the league, if not more.
That's right, John. That's exactly true.
The security in the Madison Square Garden is prepared, and they do it.
That's right.
Some of the stuff that's coming down is obviously bothering some of the people on the bench. I see that Vadney over on the far side is wearing a towel over his head.
Well, what they're doing is they're throwing it at the Rangers on the bench.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. That's what he's angry about. He's actually safer out in center. We'll take a look at the far side.
Here's, if we can take a look at it, it looks like the Sheik of Chicago, Carol Vadney. There he is. Maybe he's got an ice pack under there.
He's getting a little angry right now.
He is getting angry. Somebody's on him over there.
No, somebody's throwing something.
One thing about Vad, you don't want to mess up his suits or anything.
Well,
And little problems here now. Rogers up there, and Nicky's at the bench, and they've got to stop that right away. That never pays off.
Well, maybe
But
this will.
John pointed this out before, and it's true. At least there should be security on that side by the hockey players.
Sure, there should be.
There isn't any security anywhere.
And that's supposed to be a league rule.
Oh, there's security here.
Well, I don't
There's
see
a lot
it
of people
behind the
here.
Ranger bench.
Intercepted again. Hedberg this time. Little elbow by Gardner on McClanahan, I think it is. He's starting to go a bit. This could get nasty, simply because both teams are a little bit hot. Now there's some peacemakers out there. Greshner's not one of them.
If I was the Rangers right now, every time that number 2 Randy Boyd's on, I'd be going after him.
Marsh and Greshner are going pretty good. McClanahan and Gardner are still jawing at each other. It's spreading a little bit. Pavlich just shrugged somebody off. And maybe it'll end. Looks like. With Anderson coming into the play now. Sutter. Shot. That's a score. The lights on. Oh, Callahan got somebody.
He went after Dave Maloney.
Oh, boy.
Dave Maloney hit Larmer.
Here goes the bench.
The bench is emptying now. It's a bench emptying goal. The first one I've seen in a long
I
time.
think Dave Maloney is really hurt.
I think he got hit hard. O'Callaghan went after him, creamed him before he could really get set, and someplace under that mess.
Dave Maloney bumped Larmer after Larmer deflected the puck in the nets. O'Callahan, in a very, very backstabbing type of a play,
Did he ever?
really nailed David Maloney.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. I was watching what happened. Dave Maloney, after Larmer scored, bumped into Larmer, and O'Callahan cross-checked Dave Maloney right across the face.
I see the Ranger trainer has gotten out there. Bob Williams can't get in. They're still fighting. Both the penalty boxes have also emptied, and that's a serious problem and will be in the future.
I'll tell you, they're calling for somebody to get out there right away.
If the fighting's still going on, they can't stop it. And we haven't got a good shot. We can't tell you what's happening. We're seeing just what you're seeing.
Well, some of the players in there are having cool heads. I see Mike Rogers trying to haul somebody off.
Somebody is hurt.
What they got to do is open everything up there.
I'll tell you what,
Turn it.
something like this, if we see on the replay, O'Callahan should get a suspension you wouldn't believe for something
That's
like
right.
this.
I don't understand him doing that.
And I would say that whether it was a Ranger or a Blackhawk or any player in the
I
National
agree
Hockey
with you
League.
exactly, John. Doesn't matter who it is, that is uncalled for.
This gets the blood boiling in one person. I tell you, I wish I was out there. Not that I'd do anything, or I might try, though.
Meantime, it is not over yet.
Ronnie Greshner is being held by two guys. He is just livid.
But someplace down the bottom are two trainers, both the Chicago trainer and the Ranger trainer. And I don't believe these guys aren't stopping. I don't care whether it's O'Callahan or not now. The rest of these guys ought to peel off. They've got two hurt hockey players down there.
That's right.
And it's just idiocy.
Bannerman and Weeks are standing there. Hanlon and Esposito, the other two goaltenders, are away from the practice. But both trainers are tending to one player, and we can't see who it is. At least they've got him away from everything. There's a doctor going on the ice. It appears to be...
Hold on till you make sure.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not sure. It's David Maloney, and they're helping him up right now.
He's cut. He's
He
open.
seems to have a towel over the left side of his face. At least he's up a little bit.
He got cross-checked real
I'll
bad.
tell you what, folks.
Ronnie Greshner is just livid.
Dave Maloney's up on his feet, as we can see here. He obviously has a cut above the eye. Thank God he looks like he's all right. I'll tell you, I hope we get a replay of this. He bumped Larmer after Larmer scored. Nothing dirty. And O'Callahan came in from the blue line.
For the Blackhawks.
One of the Blackhawks is also hurt and down on the ice.
That's O'Callahan.
Well, that's just the fight they just broke
He's
up.
not hurt.
He's been going on there and the Rangers
Look
won him.
at Beck. Oh, does Beck want O'Callahan? And Greshner. Look at Ronnie Greshner.
He's got that back. I wish he'd get out of there.
That's one of the worst backstabbing plays I've seen in my 11 years in the National Hockey League.
But the fact remains, John, these guys ought to knock it off, every single one of them. It's stupid.
Now they're putting
It's dangerous.
O'Callahan down there with Dave Maloney. They better not. Because I know Dave Maloney, his temper is...
This is the type of thing that gave hockey such a terrible name 5 or 7 years ago. They cleaned it up to a large extent by the change of penalties, and it's back again here tonight.
Well, Myers missed the one call. The fans got involved. Chicago's losing at home. They're frustrated. And O'Callahan, with meathead move.
Bannerman and Steve Weeks, what are they doing? Come on, you guys. This, when I played, we used to have a lot of this, and I didn't like it at all. I used to say, hey, what is this?
It's not all-star wrestling. It's a game of hockey. Let's just break it up. You're right.
Enough is enough now.
Greshner has been stripped down to his BVDs. But you're right. Mild-mannered Ron.
Look at Hanlon.
Mild-mannered Ron really lost his cool tonight. He was furious
Well,
about
I mean,
it. I understand it, John. I'm not... Believe me, I'm just saying that once it starts like this, and once you got to hurt hockey players, somebody's got to realize it's time to stop.
Yeah, you're right. I totally agree with you there. But, you know, Jimmy, there's so much more emotion on the ice than there is up here. Greshner's played with Maloney since their first year pro quite a number of years ago. And if we get a shot of this replay, I'm sure we'll be able to see everything. It'll clarify the air as to what happened.
Greshner.
There's Sutter and Greshner.
Well, this could hurt both these teams with suspensions and everything else, too, in the future.
Well,
we might get another look, and maybe we carry it far enough to see what happened with O'Callahan. I'm not sure.
We'll at least be able to see the initial hit where Dave Maloney bumped into Larmer. And from what I remember seeing it did not appear to be a dirty play.
okay, let's take a look at the goal. Watch Larmer now. He deflects it. There's
Yeah, right.
28
And it
on the
may
left.
be a dirty shot. I'm not sure. We'll take a look.
Okay, let's take a look. Here's the deflection. Now watch Maloney.
No.
Bumped into him.
That's just
That's it.
what's he supposed to do?
Okay, he just bumped into him now. Top of your screen. Let's see. No,
We
it
missed
doesn't
it.
go
They
long
stopped.
enough.
We don't have it right now.
Anyway, Larmer scored the goal from Sutter and Boyd. And I'll tell you, I've seen a few things in hockey. I've been around a lot. I don't like to see things like
But,
that
you know,
at all.
If I can say
That's what you
something,
hit with the stick.
that's right. If I can say
No.
one thing, Phil, one thing I like about it, the only thing I like about it is the Rangers stuck together as a team. And that's not a very good thing to say in a situation, but you've got to look for a little light at the end of the tunnel.
The only thing I like about it is they're not going to meet each other again this year.
That's a good point.
But don't think that guys don't forget things like that. You know what I'm saying? You don't forget things like that.
What are we doing? Pierre LaRouche?
Sure, why not?
Why?
Getty player.
Why? Because I thought he played well.
All right.
He got him going early.
We'll do the whole thing officially when we come back. We're going to argue about this when we come back. So the Rangers have won the hockey game. Back here for a final wrap-up in just a moment.